everyone, it's Courageous and I'm here to go over my 2021 vision board. So let's see what I set out to do, what I actually did, what was unexpected. All right, so here we have it. And I'll probably just like maybe cut away to a picture of it so you can see it in its entirety. But, oh, it's upside down. All right, so I put this in glitter and I shouldn't have, but these were my words. I have it in my bullet journal also, but these were my words for 2021. It was tranquil, sensual, and decisive. And by tranquil, I just mean I just wanted some quiet, some peace, just some calm. And I feel like I really achieved that this year. I do have a lot, I do feel a bigger sense of inner peace, but I also moved to Rhode Island and it is so peaceful out here. It is very tranquil and we found some very nice fishing spots that have amazing views, and it was just like you could just take like a big deep breath and just feel at peace. In terms of sensuality, I feel like I did achieve that as well. I didn't mean like sensual as in like knocking boots. I did that too, but what I meant was like I just wanted to feel things more, like your senses, appeal to my senses, taking smells, taking tastes, feel things, just kind of feel my body kind of thing. And I definitely achieved that this year. And in terms of decisiveness, I did that too. If you don't know, now you know. I am a Gemini. I'm a Gemini sun, Virgo rising, Sagittarius moon. And I have a hard time. You would think I was a Libra, right? I can't make up my mind. I have a hard time narrowing it down to one, but I can narrow it down to three. So what I do is just like, I'll narrow it down to three and I'll have my husband choose, okay, you pick now. Like that was me. So this year I set out to be more decisive, not need anyone's, any outside opinion, just kind of be, firm in my own decisions and narrow it down to one, myself. And I feel like I definitely achieved that. Yes, I'll still narrow some things down, but like, and need help. But for the most part, I think I was able to choose on my own the decisions that I needed to make. All right, what else? Okay, so let's start over here, right? So I wanted a home. I wanted to purchase a new home. And though I did not purchase a new home in 2021, I did move. I moved to Rhode Island from New Jersey, and I am in the process of the home buying process. We're in the beginning stages, but we're still in it, baby. And we started that in 2021, right? So paying off debt, making sure my credit was as high as possible, and just kind of working with my mortgage officer, my realtor. We did do some house hunting. So we are in that process, boo. So it's not completely, but this is going right back on for 2022. But what I will be adjusting for 2022 is the type of home, because again, this is what happens when outside influences kind of come in. Like I was just like, oh, well, it makes more sense fiscally to buy a multifamily home, get some rental income. But then I remembered I don't like people, and I've been living with people my whole life. Like, I've never lived in a one family home, and I've always had to share, and I always had to deal with neighbors. Not that that's bad in general. Like thankfully I haven't had like any bad neighbors, but it's just, I just want a house that's all me, all mine. Like the noise that happens in my house is because my family made it, and I don't have to deal with tenants. I don't want to be a landlord. So that will be adjusted for 2022. As you can see here, it says Boston. So I put this on my vision board because I was considering moving to Boston. And then I got a job in Rhode Island, which is 45 minutes away from Boston. So you shoot things out into the universe and you never know, right? So Boston didn't happen, but Rhode Island did. So I guess intuitively I was picking up on the region, right? And I went with the major city, which is Boston. And then this is just decor that I want for my future home, which is, again, going right back on for 2022. Let's see. Love. I put that on there. What did I put it for? I don't remember. Like, I love myself already. But I probably, knowing me, I probably put that up there just because I wish more love for this world. And I don't know. I just put that because I love love. So there we go. Savings, I set the goal to save 30K. I did not do that, but that's going right back on there for 2022. I did pay off a lot of debt, so that was great. And I did save money. I'm not going to disclose how much, but I did pay over 50% of the money, like, you know, what I owed, not including student loans, because I don't count that. You know, Joe Biden, what's up? Can we get that forgiveness? Weight loss, I wanted to go down to 169 pounds. I ended up gaining some weight, but I basically ended the year a little bit over what I started it at. I did start the year as a vegan, and I'm no longer vegan, but I am vegan-ish. I incorporate 2 meals a day that are raw vegan, and then the other meal of the day I eat regularly. Focus and simplify my routine. I did do that. One of the things, I get distracted. Like, I'll start one thing and I remember, and then I'll start another task, but I have been able to just focus on one task at a time. And I've simplified my routine so much. I thrive on routine, and I have made my life a lot simpler by, one, planning ahead, breaking down the steps and making sure that the time, you know, like I break down the steps and I allocate when to do them, and I do them ahead of time, so that because I'm a tinker, so if I need to tinker with that routine, I have plenty of time to do so as well. Structure, that goes with simplifying my routine. I have a set structure in place, not only for myself, also for my classes. Like, you keep the same structure, and it is easier for students to maintain. Like, I'm not gonna throw them a curveball, right? Like, all of my assignments are scaffolded the same way. It incorporates the same, you know, different materials, but the same structure. So if they know for one essay, they have to do, you know, they'll have to do a couple of discussion boards, a couple of assignments, and a few readings, and then the drafts, and then the final essay. So each one is scaffolded the same way. And I just think that helps everyone prepare for what's ahead. This ring, I didn't want a diamond ring, but I couldn't find a picture of the ring that I actually wanted. I wanted an amethyst ring, and my husband did buy me my amethyst ring. So I'm not wearing it because my nails look like a mess. I had to give my long nails, if you know my long nails, you know, I had to give them a rest, and I just put these nail stickers on. But I do have my ring, and yeah, so that one's there. I did put publish. I did not publish this year, but I did finish my master's degree, which I completed most of my novel. I have not finished my novel, but that is in the books for the next coming months, and hopefully I will publish that. Social justice, I did want to get more involved in social justice. The way I'm doing it right now, because again, I just got a new career. Not a new career, I just kind of got a full-time version of my career, because I was adjuncting. I was a part-time professor for 4 years. Now I'm a full-time professor. I am getting involved on campus, and I do attend some social justice events. I haven't gone out, like, we are still in the pandemonium, but I am very involved in my new college, so that I can implement, at least be a part of implementing change for our students. Because I'm sorry if you hear that scratching, that's one of my dogs, but I can at least make sure that the education that these students are getting is equitable, is accessible, is inclusive to them. That is part of my mission as a professor. And not only do I implement that in my classes, now as a full-time instructor, I can take part in committees that work towards that, and voice my ideas as to how to do that. I did have this microphone here for podcasts. I always wanted to start a podcast. I did start one time, but it's just like, I'm just like, you trying to do too much. I did start another YouTube channel. So I guess that counts. but it's not an actual podcast. It's just not the time, and this is not going back on for 2022 because I have things to do, and I can't. I part of simplifying my routine is not trying to be all extra, doing way too many things at once. I have to prioritize my professional goals over my hobbies right now. And I don't want to commit to starting a podcast that I know I'm not going to be consistent with because I have other things to accomplish that I feel are more important. So books, I'm going to be honest. I finished the least amount of books this year than I have in the last 5 years. But that's mostly because I was completing my Master of Fine Arts, working on my novel, starting a new job. So this year I've only read and finished, I want to say like 18 books. I'd have to look at let me go look at my thing. Yeah, I just finished a book yesterday, so I'm going to add that to the list. I finished only 18 books this year. So I am behind on my typical, I usually read between 25 to 30 books a year, and I just couldn't this year. But that doesn't mean I haven't been reading. I've just prioritized reading more articles and periodicals than I would have in prior, even though I still managed that year. But I've just been busy. It's okay. It's okay. If I put pressure on myself to achieve a certain thing, then it makes it a job. Then it makes it work. And reading for me is fun. So yeah, I still read books, but not as many, and I'm fine with that. I did graduate, class of 2021, Master of Fine Arts in Professional and Creative Writing. Woo woo. I did not buy a kayak this year either, but that's also because I have nowhere to keep a kayak. So I could have bought it this year, and it would have been great because we live in Rhode Island where there's so much water near us, but we wouldn't have anywhere to keep it yet because we are not homeowners, we are renters. So that is going to go back on to the 2022. Relax and rest. I should have put it bigger because I did a lot of that. I prioritized so much rest this year and so much relaxation, and that is just going to be me going forward. That's just going to be a thing. I schedule my naps. I take a nap basically every day. Almost every day. It's very rare that I don't take a nap, even if it's a 10-15 minute nap, because my naps are 2 hours long. And there's no shame in that. I prioritize rest and relaxation. And rest to me is napping. Rest to me is just sitting there doing nothing. Rest to me is binge watching my shows or watching a whole bunch of YouTube. That's rest to me. That's me relaxing. Doing some yoga, that's rest to me. That's relaxing. Just enjoying not doing anything that's required of me for productivity. That's me relaxing. And I did a lot of that, and I will still be doing that in 2022. Vacation, that didn't happen this year. I did not take a vacation, but we already have our vacations for 2022 planned. So that's good. So that's all this. That didn't happen. And I'm fine with that because we had other goals to take over as soon as I got the job. So, magic, shine, clarity, and I wanted to throw a party for my saints in Dominican Republic. I have been working my magic. I'm just simplifying it and calling it magic, but we all know. If you know what I practice. But my spirituality has grown so much, and my spiritual gifts have also grown so much in 2021, and that I think is mostly because I have prioritized my routine, and I've also prioritized rest and relaxation, because when I'm on the go and I'm going a mile a minute, I don't have time to sit and listen and observe and meditate. And I do a lot of meditation. I meditate every day. And sometimes my meditations can go into hours, right? So that I have gotten a lot more clarity, and I have gotten a lot deeper in my spiritual gifts. The party is on for next year. So I am saving and preparing for that. So all in all, let's tally it up. Let's see what we accomplished this year, at least in one shape or form. So Boston didn't happen, but it kind of happened because I'm in Providence. I mean, I'm near Providence. Home didn't happen. Savings kind of happened. Weight loss didn't happen. This did happen. So we did focus and simplify routine. I did get my ring, did get my structure. I did start a YouTube channel, so it's not podcast, but it's still another YouTube channel. Rest and relaxation definitely happened. Clarity definitely happened. Magic happened. My words definitely happened. So overall, and if you saw my 2020 vision board video, you saw that I kind of did a lot. And this year I wanted to simplify and focus on the things that I prioritized and just kind of like have more things specifically for that. So that's why there's not as much as in my 2020 video, but the things that they're, oh wait, I forgot the most important. Your girl graduated. Your girl graduated, we did that. She did that. So overall, I think, well, I know this year has been a complete blessing. I accomplished so much, and including things that weren't even on my vision board. If you remember if you see my video for my vision board for 2020, I did put my dream job on that one. And I didn't put it on this one. And that was because I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna like just keep this part-time and just focus on my dog business, on my dog breeding. I breed French bulldogs. And I was gonna move and I was just gonna start fresh, you know, like, and I was just like, because there were just no jobs, right? In higher ed, it's really hard. And I put that in my 2020 vision board, but it came true in 2021. So sometimes the blessings are on their way. It's just, of course, it's never our timing. It's God's timing, you know? So I know that this home is coming. Again, his time, not mine, but at least I have a vision. Like, and that's the beauty of these vision boards. It's just to get clarity on what it is that you want, and then what it is that you need also. But then keeping that in mind, keeping that in focus while you're achieving some steps. You know, like set actionable goals, clarify what it is that you want. Because I could have said a home. Technically, I got a home. I got a new home. You know, I moved to a bigger apartment. I have more space, you know, I'm in a different home, but, and it is a 2-family home, right? So that's what's here, a 2-family home, right? But it's just, I should put my own home. I'm going to put home owner in 2021 and 2022 vision board. So that like, they're clear, like, oh, she wants a new home. Like, let's get her a new one, right? But no, I want to be home owner in 2022. And then it's like, again, you're getting these intuitive hits. Like, okay, I put Boston on. I put Boston. I've been a New Jersey girl my whole life, you know? And I guess I was just picking up on that. And it's just like, nope, you went a little too far. But it's probably because, like, of Rhode Island. Like, where the heck is Rhode Island? Like, who goes to Rhode Island, right? So I just knew I was going to be a New England girl. I just didn't know for sure where. So just, you know, get some clarity, get some goals, and then just, you know, make it that is what you really, really want, and you're willing to work to get in the next year. So let me know in the comments, what are your goals? What did you accomplish on your vision board? Did you even set up a vision board? Do you want a video of me making my 2022 vision board? Let's do that in the comment section down below. This is Courageous. Happy New Year.